Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer and this is the Midlands to London on Transport Fever 2. In today's episode we're going to be staying down in the south, but we're going to be heading over to the south, well sort of southeast on this map anyway. We're going to be building Basingstoke Station and we're going to be connecting Basingstoke to Reading Station, which we've built a few episodes ago now. We've finally got freight services running on the West Coast main line, so we've got this Tilbury docks to the Daventry multimodal hub with these currently class 67s top and tail on these wagons here, these container wagons. I did have just general cargo wagons previously, but didn't realise I hadn't turned on these container wagons which I'd already previously subscribed to. I'm not entirely sure what they are. We will take a quick look, but yeah, one of the things I want to do actually, I might just do that now really well quickly-ish. What I want to do is see what these actual container wagons hold now. Have we got a rail depot anywhere? I'm not sure if we do. Where is the nearest rail depot actually built? Is it down in Tilbury? Possibly might be, yeah it is. So by vehicle, let's see what these are. So these are pocket wagons, FAA, I thought they were FAA container wagons. So the pocket wagons, and you can see there, they take 25, they can take con mats, machines, tools, food and goods. So I think what I might be tempted to do is change London's accepted cargo type, because we are playing the sandbox mode, industrial, so you want to take con mats. And I think what I want to do is go up to the Daventry terminal, which is up here somewhere, and I'm going to start producing con mats around here, I think. So is this talking, what's it talking to? It's talking to everything. So I think if I get rid of the steel mill, perhaps, let's see, and have I built a fence? And only a little bit, it's fine. Let's just get rid of some of this fence with that tool, just delete a little bit. I can always come back. So is the risk with doing fencing and detailing is you can always want to come back and change it later. So this is the construction materials plant, which has a road attached to it. That's annoying, don't really want that, so let's get rid of that road. And if I put this in around here, I might just get rid of the road and then put it back in, but I just want to put this in for now. It doesn't really fit with the aesthetic of the area, because this terminal here is mostly for like supermarkets and warehousing and whatnot. It's not really a industrial area. It is an industrial area, but it's not really heavy on industry. It's all mostly warehousing and things like that. I think is it Tesco, maybe even another supermarket are supplied from here. So is that talking to that? It is, good, so I don't have to do anything else. And then I think what I'll do is that truck terminal talking to that as well. It is, although I haven't said that, it's a little bit far away. I think what I'll do is I've subscribed to these little truck depots, which I think are quite cool, so I'll make it a little bit longer, because if you've watched my Vale series, I don't like articulated trucks turning around in the standard truck station. I think it just looks a bit pants, so this is a little bit better. So I think I'll have this a little bit close. So what can we do? Ground, we'll keep it at that narrow. What does that do? Standard truck, tram, electric. Now that's all fine, entry, exit. Yeah, you can change the angle, connection, we can change the length of that, that's fine, don't really need to worry too much. Just want it to look, you can have a fence, wall, should have a wall, ground station, we'll have gravel, because I suppose it is coming into tip. Oh no, we won't have a fence. I'll put that in later on. But yeah, in real life, trucks will be coming into tip here, so we'll just have gravel, and that is just dirt. Should we call that dirt con mats? I don't know what else to call it. I'll call it Derf 2, just so it differentiates, because what's that called? That's just Derft. So is that. So yeah, I'll differentiate that a little bit. And then I don't think I've got a quarry anywhere. Probably haven't. I've got one all the way over here. Don't really want to... I'm not going to ship in any materials, any stone via rail, because again, this isn't really designed for that. It is just more of an intermodal terminal. But how much can a quarry produce? It can produce 400. I think I will just... Rather than building any new stuff, let's just take the one we've already got. I know it's a little bit far out, but it's not the end of the world. We do have some quite high capacity trucks, so let's just chuck in a road onto that, which I don't know what that's supposed to represent. Some sort of motorway, I think. And then we just want another one of these real quick. Again, is it all the same settings? Gravel, asphalt, that's all fine. I'm not sure if I'm going to come back to this later on and do anything with it. Now, do we have a truck depot? That's the next question. We should have somewhere, because I started getting trucks into Rugby, supplying them with food. Come on, there should be a truck depot somewhere. Anywhere? No. Let's build another truck depot then. Somewhere. Anywhere? No, there's no space for it. I'm pretty sure I tried to do this before, build a truck depot, and I couldn't get it to fit. So let's get rid of some of this fencing then. Let's just chuck in a bit of street, get this boxed off. Didn't want to spend a great deal of time on it. While I was saying that, now what I'll do is I'll put it on this end, and then I'll delete it. So I think we've got the MAN TGX, yeah, the MAN trucks with the tipper. Let's go for 10 of them. Full, and we haven't got a route, that helps. New line to there, and it is road, and it is stone, we'll call it. I think that's my naming convention, is it? Yeah, road, stone. Let's give it a stony colour, grey. Doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, we've got our food being transported into Rugby already, and then you've got full maintenance, that's all good, and then road stone. Like so. So basically what that means is the trains won't be going back empty, so they'll have containers. I know probably in real life we don't really export much, but the trains would still be going back with containers on them, even if they're just empty containers, because obviously they need to be put back on the ship or made available again. So the trains would be going backwards and forwards full, although in this case, oh, he's just turning around, that's fine. Yeah, this cargo terminal, I did use one of these little fake ones, but the capacity of them was rubbish, so I've gone back to using a normal cargo terminal, a proper one. And I've got these as well. These are a mod, so it basically turns one of the ships into like a cargo container taking ships, so it's a little bit more realistic, although it is coming from the wrong direction, but it just looks a little bit better, doesn't it? And right, so he's going to be dropping off things. Now I'm not overly worried about making money. I think what I'll do is I'll just put a bit of road in around here somewhere. Obviously I'll have to put a bridge in, I think, because I didn't realise there's no road connection, but we'll just put that in temporarily. Is there a road? Yeah, there is a road to London, that's all fine. So where is your industrial sector? It is. It's right in the centre of London. Apparently is a big industrial centre. Never mind. We will do something like put just one of these in around here. Now it's not going to do very much. We're not going to be. I don't think we're going to be supplying a huge amount of the material needed, but it will hopefully make London grow a little bit, and probably, hopefully, counteract that mediocre pollution thing that we've got going on. Do I have a road depot in London? I have no idea. Yes, is that? No, that's a rail depot. I don't like building loads of road depots, but I can't see one for some reason. Let's build another one. Right, so let's build that. See if there's any room in. Is there any room in Tilbury? Oh, it might just fit in there. And then by vehicle, and then we just want some of these. I think we'll go for these drops. Oh no, that's a container. Drop side ones. Maybe 8 of those. And do we? No, we don't have a truck. We don't have a truck depot in here. Right. Well, that's handy because I've done all this detailing. Well, I've plonked some containers down. Let's say. Let's see if I can just fit one in here. So we'll have this time. We will have asphalt. Might just have to delete some more of these containers, and then I'll replace them again later. It's definitely taking a lot more time than I want. Oh come on! Just why isn't that taking? Am I going to have to do it myself? Collision, what are you colliding with? Why is everything colliding? Maybe if I just put another road in there. No, that looks ugly. Yeah, if I put another road in... Oh no, that doesn't work, does it? Ignore me. You can't pick up cargo from a road drop-off point, can you? No, you can't. So if I chuck this in around here, just try to make that look a little bit better. I think actually I'll go for signs. We'll go for lighting as well, why not? Construction street type country. Yeah, that should be country. Just chuck it into there like that, and then we need another route, don't we? So it's from there into central London, which is that one there. Doesn't really matter too much. And again, road conmats. Road conmats. I didn't stay where that stone was going, did I? So that's stone. Like so. Yeah, that's fine. We've put our little truck depot in. I've got those trucks already. what sort of... Let's go for... Maybe if we go for a Travis Perkins green and then road combats, I guess we should have that with the same colour. Travis Perkins there. So delivering combats hopefully. So although we're not worried about trains making money, it might actually, for once on one of these builds, I might actually have a service that's actually making decent profits, making minus 6 million at the minute, which isn't great. And these ships are going to be losing loads of money, like carrying 21. But there probably are better ways of getting food into Tilbury docks, but I just thought it'd look interesting. Might, not sure what I'll do about that yet, but I think I've done enough of that. I'll leave that for now. We want to head over towards Basingstoke and get rid of all this road straight away. First things first, we want to be building this junction here. So, Reading to Basingstoke, is that electrified? You know what, I'm not entirely sure. I know Basingstoke is third rail electrified, but I'm not sure if the actual link from Reading to Basingstoke's electrified. Don't think it is, and I'm putting catenary masts in already. I can see. Yeah, it was supposed to be electrified under the the spine, the electric spine proposal, but obviously that did get cancelled by the government. Right, so let's take a look. I think, yeah, Basingstoke is in the right sort of general vicinity of where it needs to be, but I think the station might just have to be a little bit more easterly than it otherwise is in real life, just because we've got to get some tracks in. Right, so we've got that one there, we've got another junction around here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, it is pretty much soon after that Reading, like the main junction, but obviously this isn't going to go anywhere. But we're going to have the junction in anyway. I don't know, we might just, I think where does this go off towards? Exeter, some like that sort of direction. Well, I did actually, it goes towards Aldermaston and then off west. So we will have the track in. It probably won't, well, it definitely won't do anything, I don't think, but we'll have it in anyway. And then we'll have a couple of signals. We will have to have the signals all the way back here, just using the 2 aspect. And I think we'll get rid of that junction there. I know it does leave quite a big block section, but, and they're not one way. It's not really the end. Yeah, I think all it means is the cross-country service and the Reading Basingstoke shuttle will have to wait all the way back here if their platform isn't available. And obviously the cross-country service is going to be coming down here and reversing at Reading as well, so that's a nice complicated manoeuvre. Right, so this track here, then we can, where does this come in from? This comes in from the east, the west, no, the east, yeah, definitely the east. So we've got to kind of orientate Basingstoke station accordingly. Now that is definitely road. Right, let's get some tracks in, non-electrified. And then we want Basingstoke around here, so we'll go building, we will go with King's Cross, I guess. Should we go with King's Cross? No, we'll just go with King's Cross for now. Actually, what we want it to be 240. It is a relatively big station, but how big is a... Let's see what that is. I think I might just make... I will make it a little bit bigger, actually, I think. I configure, get rid of these segments. So King's Cross, it's not a particularly complicated station by any means. It is relatively straightforward. So we've got an island platform here. Let's make it a little bit longer. I don't think it needs to be 240 metres long, but it does need to be sufficiently long for 5 car 221s. Yeah, I think cross country do operate some 5 car units, don't they? Track. So, oh damn. Hold on. What? Right. Let's go for high speed tracks, no masts, with catenary. What? It's letting me build these. I'm perplexed. Because if you've watched the series, you have watched me try and use these segments before, and it's been like, oh, we're gonna decide to do that crashy thing, but that's got cables. All of a sudden, it's deciding it's letting me use these segments. I don't think there's been any updates. Maybe an update to the mod, perhaps, but that is really weird. I feel like I'm making this up, but I've definitely had times when it hasn't let me use these segments at all. Oh, what are these? Oh, that's the generic UK roof that I subscribe to. I might use that on something. I'm not sure yet what. What yet? But yeah, that's there anyway, just in case. Might be able to change some of the roofs on some of the other stations just to make them a little bit more generic, because rather than using specific ones. And then we have tracks. So we want, what do we want? Concrete wireless. Yeah, concrete wireless. Let's see. That is really weird. I mean, I'm not complaining that it's letting me use these segments, but there are other stations that it hasn't let me use them now. I'm going to try this. I'm going to save the game and then I'm going to try this. Right, so it is Harrow and... It's Harrow on the Hill, isn't it? Is it Harrow on the Hill? No, Harrow on the Hill is the station where it let me use those segments. What about... That seems to be working as well. And what about this one? That's that one as well. That's really weird. Configure. There was a station, where was it, that it just would not let me use the wireless segments. This one, Watford. Right, let's try and configure Watford. Let's see what it does. We'll take that and then we'll go with the far left. That's really strange. Right, okay, I'll take that. I'm not going to complain, honestly. I think... Yeah, I'm just going to quickly replace these tracks because I'm not going to waste this opportunity to have them as non-catenary tracks. Although it does mean we've ruined our building, but never mind, let's configure this. Yeah, I don't know. Right, that's really weird, isn't it? You just... if I put some tracks on, and now it's deciding there's an internal error. That's really strange, I don't understand. Does it just not like these segments? Let's try the King's Cross ones. It might be the NL. I don't think it is because I'm pretty sure it's happened to the King's Cross platform station as well, but nope, internal error that I can't fathom. It let me build them there. Let's see if I go to platforms now, and if it just doesn't like having a platform face on them for some reason. On these, I don't know. Now I've broken Watford. Configure. Let's just fix it quickly because I will forget. That's just perplexing. I don't know. Tracks. Back to this then, I guess. It must be something I'm doing wrong that, you know, it's not liking a certain combination of things, but I really just cannot work out what that is. If you've got an idea, please do let me know in the comments because I would. I know it's not the end of the world having catenary in third rail stations, but it just doesn't look as good, does it? And I'm using the wrong tracks entirely for these as well. Never mind. Let's just chuck them in, and then we'll go upgrade those. Really strange. Yeah. At least you can see there. I'm not making it up. Right. So Basingstoke Station. Now half of me wants to build the grade separated junction, which goes to Salisbury and Southampton, but the other half of me thinks I don't really have the space because I've got to get the Eastern Junction in as well. Actually, I think what I'll do. Let's see what this does. Right, King's Cross. No, they're NL, definitely. King's Cross. Extend these down here a little bit. No, they're definitely old. If I extend it, say, one more segment west, east, and then if I get rid of these 3 segments, I might just be able to fit in the grade separated junction. Now it's not needed at all because obviously there's nothing further west for the trains to go to, but it just would be nice to have it in. Tracks... As we have an autosave. Did I get rid of... Yeah, I did. Right, so tracks which are here. Let's try. I don't know why it's not working for some stations and is for others. Is it the furniture? Should we try that out? Should we experiment? I would have liked to have got Basingstoke finished in this episode, but this is just like throwing a bit of a curveball at me. So if I put those there, and then let's try these tracks here. Still doing it. I don't understand why. Let's take it before it decides it doesn't want to do. Let's get some more platforms in. King's Cross, new. Another, no, just one down here, that's fine, like so. And then we want a bit of a staggered platform arrangement that kind of protrudes a little bit, and then we just want to leave a little bit of a gap like that, I think. Yeah. And then tracks, I guess these can be just standard. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know if all of Basingstoke's main through platforms are third rail, but I will have them anyway. And then these ones, which will just be for the Reading shuttle, will just be there like that. And then we want to go to passenger building, oldish looking building. Have I? Oh no, there it is. Ignore me. This hasn't got a particularly grand building, I don't think. But we'll just chuck a couple of them on there. And then we'll go to the King's Cross. Now, does King's Cross, you do have an underpass. And we'll have ticket machines on that side, a couple of benches. And then I think the roof is quite old looking. and we can get away with using the old roof segments because there's no lifts or stairs, because we've got the underpasses. So we've got an older style looking roof there, but we've got more modern platforms. Not sure if that's entirely accurate, but we will take it. Right, next we're going to be using concrete wireless tracks. We're just going to have these all as concrete wireless just to keep it straightforward, because obviously we've got these platforms off here which go towards London Waterloo. Now I'm not going to no, I am going to build Waterloo, but I'm not going to build the actual accurate station. I'm just going to build, I was wondering where I should terminate these like South West Railway services, and I think I will build a western facing Waterloo around here perhaps. Does mean we're going to have to do a little bit of work trying to get the tracks over here, but I guess it would be nice just for the trains to go into London rather than just terminate somewhere outside of London, even though, you know, there's only going to be a few services. Right, so next thing is, I think I'll have these tracks as third rail just to make things a little bit easier. Actually, no, we don't. We want these junctions, so we want 2 switches, obviously, because these platforms are used for the South West Railway services and they need to be able to turn back. So there are switches there, and then where's Reading over there? And then just from that track there, yeah, because they should, the South West Railway service should be able to come in. Actually, they can't. As far as I can see on Open Rail Map, let's just have a quick double check. Oh yeah, that should be fine. There is, I think, a switch just after this junction on this one, which I will put in place. But I was just having a quick, it's handy actually with Google Maps sometimes. When you take a look at the satellite images, you can see like trains pulled up at platforms, and there is a South West Railway train on this platform here, so that should be fine. And then we'll just go for standard tracks up towards Reading for the cross-country service once we put that in. And then we put a signal in here. We've got, what's we need? One here, one way, yes. One there, one there, and then one there. I guess we could probably put one on this one if this is the whatever bi-directional platform. Yeah, the bi-directional, that's the right term. I guess we can put one on there, but no other signal, I don't think. No, that's all fine. Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted to build Basingstoke as well is because there's another freight service which I want to get on, which is the Southampton. What would this be? Would this, I think, now let's just take a quick look. Yeah, I don't really need to worry about the turnback facilities anyway, because the South West Railway services go on towards Bournemouth, Southampton direction anyway, but we're using the wrong type of track. Does that mean I've used the wrong type of tracks for this? It does, doesn't it? Let's downgrade that to no catenary. I'm almost fairly certain that is not electrified, so we will just have this as no catenary. But I think the track to Reading, not to Reading, to Southampton will be electrified, so we will put that in. Third rail electrified anyway, but obviously we're not using the third rail mod, we're just using these wireless tracks instead. And then we'll just chuck these junctions in here. Not too worried about them, because no services are going to be turning back here anyway. But we will just quickly put in a little bit of a grade separated junction around here. So let's get rid of these bits of track that I just put in, and then we'll go to building, no, track construction. We'll have a big box with a sharp angle on it, with the upper track radius bending a little bit and the lower track radius bending the other way. Is that better? Yeah, it is bending a little bit, that's fine. The only thing is, can we select standard tracks? Oh, we can. Yeah, we'll go for concrete wireless 320k, and then we'll just have a quick look at this grade separated junction. Actually, no, we won't build a box after all, but we will still build it. So we've got these tracks here, so I think I might have signalised these tracks incorrectly, because these are going to be, no, that's no, I think we've got 2 ups and then 2 downs. Right, but what we want to do is just get this track over here. Now the actual, you know what, I don't think I'm going to build it after all that, because it is miles away from Basingstoke. I think it would just look a little bit daft, but I think what I'll do, or is it, don't know, right. If we get these tracks coming out of Basingstoke anyway, heading west, and then if we have them kind of curving really quite tightly curved, and then just put that into there. 41, that's quite low, isn't it? Yeah, I guess because the scale of the map's off anyway, it doesn't really matter too much that the grade separated crossing is closer than it ought to be. Because all really that happens is this track that I've got bends off in a different direction. Yeah, that's the only difficulty, you see. Right, so this one goes... No, actually, both of these central tracks go underneath. So this one wants to bend off towards Salisbury, like so, and then this one wants to bend off towards Southampton direction. So we'll put in a little bit of a bridge. So if I raise this up, when's it going to let me build a bridge? About there. Yeah, this is the difficulty, you see. If I change the bridge type, collision. Right, let's build the bridge first. So is that's more than high enough. I can come down another. Nope. Just trial and error until we get a bridge generated. Nope. Nope. One more. Yeah, definitely could do with the 0 height bridge. It's just not... That should be definitely high enough to generate a bridge. It's not giving us the option, is it? Right, let's keep just adding more and more segments until it lets us have a bridge. Yeah, I don't know why it's not happy that end. I think actually what I'll have to do is push this track down a little bit. That'll probably make our life a little bit easier. No, wrong way. That'll probably help, won't it? Get the actual bridge over. I think this could be a little bit lower, maybe. Let's give that a go. Just use a grey girder bridge. Not really worried too much about the height and things like that. Let's just extend it a little bit and then just get that straight into there. And then curve this round. It is going to have to be quite a slow curve, I think. And then just have this going off as if it were going towards Southampton. Yeah, it doesn't look quite right, but I think we'll just have to take it. And this will have to have 2 different buildings on it, so it's going to have a cargo building of some description, and then it's going to have a passenger building, not a passenger building, a fake building as well, just for the trains, because I like my trains to kind of, if they're not reversing here, then I like them to be able to go straight on if possible. Right, so we'll have this little bit of track before we forget, connected up to there, and then there are two sets of switches, and then we'll have a signal on there. So these are 2 up lines, aren't they? Like so, and then these are two down lines. Like so. Yeah, that should be right, isn't it? Yeah, because we've got these 2 tracks coming together, so they should be two ups. So there we go, and then a little bit of paint just to get rid of the gravel. No, to get rid of the grass in between the tracks. Just paint over that bit. And then Basingstoke is pretty much done. I think the building is on the right side, I'm pretty sure of it. But Basingstoke isn't. Basingstoke's a weird town anyway, so it's I'll fix it later on. And then just a little bit of smoothing. That does look a little bit weird, doesn't it? It's not quite as straight as I'd like it to approach. Let's just give it one more go, just to make it a little bit straighter. I just took a look at. It's definitely not right to use a box or a grade separated flying junction, but we might just have to have like a real. Oh no. The only problem with Shift having 2 distinct functions is it doesn't let you do like the fine thing that you need to do. That's miles up in the air. It doesn't need to be that high, does it? Right, so I want a bridge. No, you see, when you change the height, it does that weird thing. I think I'm gonna have to have a different button for snapping actually, because that's just really frustrating. And that's miles up in the air. As is that. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some easy way of identifying when we've just got the perfect height for bridges, and then we'll just go grey gird bridge like so, and then it's a little bit more level. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, I'll take that. So there we go, we've got Basingstoke done, and we've got some commats going to London as well. What have I broken? I think I've broken a road to Reading, but I will put that in later on. And chuck some tracks over towards London. I'm not sure if we do need another town between Basingstoke and London, you know, but I think for now I will just leave that as is. So we've got Basingstoke done. No train journey because we haven't got any trains operating just yet, but we soon will have. So we are going to leave it there for today. Say until next time, bye bye.